Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Changes to the flag etiquette policy was on one of the items of the agenda during the Lloydminster City Council meeting yesterday. Council approved the amendment to add September 30th, the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, to the flag etiquette policy as a part of the city's commitment to acknowledge the importance of reconciliation in the community.
It's important that we show we are a member of the Hot Six, or the Heart of Treaty 6 group, working very closely with truth and reconciliation within our community, and it's just another step that works into the process that we're working with.
The vote was unanimous, and the city will now follow the government of Alberta's half-masting protocols to lower the flags on September 30th in respect for those affected by Canada's residential school system. Our Abby St. John was at Border Paws Animal Rescue for another edition of Pet Project.
I'm at Border Paws Animal Rescue for another edition of Pet Project, and this week we are inside one of the cat condos that they have, and we're showcasing a few cats here today, one being Duchess, who's a long-standing resident here, and then we have Woodstock and Snoopy together, and then two other ones are hidden, Bigfoot and Banshee. And tell me a little bit about them. I know you mentioned that Duchess is the longest resident here, but tell me a little bit about their personalities and, you know, how old they are.
Alrighty, so yeah, this is Duchess. She's been in our care for 125 days. She is now officially our longest resident. She's about a 4-year-old domestic short hair. Very sweet cat. She gets along. She came in as a stray. She gets along with other animals. She's had no issues in any of the condos. Very affectionate cat. I mean, she would do good in any home, right? She's good with children, other animals. She's quite close to the dogs. Doesn't seem to mind the dogs at all. So yeah, no, I think she would be a great fit and for anybody, any home. And then over here we got these two. We got they were actually left in an apartment building. We believe they're from the same litter, even though they're different colors, they look identical. So yeah, we've got Woodstock here and Snoopy, and again, get along great with kids. We had a pre-K class here yesterday, and this guy here, Woodstock, was all over all the children, so they would definitely be good with any age kids. And then we've got Bigfoot. She's kind of hiding down there, as well as Banshee. They're a little more standoffish, but they would do good, I believe, in any home. I mean, I don't know if they'd love kids clawing at them. But yeah, no, they would do really good. And yeah, I'm guessing these boys are about 2 years old and around the same age. I know Bigfoot is a little bit younger, about a year old.
And now you were mentioning that Bigfoot and Snoopy are bonded, kind of a bonded pair,
yes,
despite not being from the same litter. There's a little love connection going on.
There definitely is. She seems to really come out of her shell when he's around. So we would love to see them go together. Even though these guys are brothers, we'd love to see them go together too. But if somebody would want to take Bigfoot with Snoopy, it would be amazing. And right now we have our sale going on, so it would be bonded pairs are 50% off. So,
and that's your Valentine's Day sale, yes, and that's going till Tuesday, right?
Yes, it goes all the way till Valentine's Day. So right now it's adult cats are 50% off, and then kittens and bonded pairs, which we don't have a lot of bonded pairs at the moment, are all buy one get one free. So I know when you get a kitten, you know, they got lots of energy, so it would be nice, you know, if you kind of want to have a kitten to burn off its own energy, get another kitten.
Exactly.
It's 2 for the price of 1. It's nice, you know, to get 2 litter mates. So, and we've got still tons of kittens here at the shelter, as well at PetSmart and Pet Value. We are full with kittens there as well.
And speaking of Pet Value, this weekend you have a 2-day adoption event. Tell me a little bit about that and what people can expect so that they know when to show up and what they need to do.
So yeah, we have it at Pet Value this Saturday, I believe the 10th, and then the 11th, Sunday the 11th. It's going to run from 12 to 5. So head on down to Pet Value. We're going to have lots of cats there. I'm not sure if we're going to have any dogs there this weekend. Unfortunately, our dogs are all a little too crazy. But yeah, no, we will be there from 12 to 5. And then if you do think you're wanting to adopt, I know we've talked about this before, we've mentioned fill out your application ahead of time. You don't need to write a cat on there. Just head to our website, fill it out, then that way we can check your references and everything, and then you can leave that same day if you meet your forever buddy.
And for the Valentine's Day sale, if someone, because the application process does take a bit just to get the references called and stuff, if someone fills out an application on the 14th would they still be qualified for the sale price?
Yeah, we would still honor it in that case if you do decide last minute, the 14th. We'll also make sure we're getting on all of the applications that day. But yeah, I would definitely honor it if somebody does fill it out last minute. As long as it's filled out by the 14th, we would honor it there for you.
Yes, and I must say, Duchess especially is super sweet, so she would definitely make a great addition to any household. And the other, they're just chilling, so they have kind of chill personalities and stuff to mix in. So I think these cats would make great homes for
absolutely
really anybody. And again, we ask this every week. Any donations that you're in need of or that you're looking for?
So we are actually pretty low on cat food right now, and wet and dry, especially kitten food. We do not have a lot of kitten, wet, or kibble right now, so we could definitely use that. I mean, we can always use dog food too, but yeah, definitely cat food we're definitely running low on right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful cat condo. And hopefully Duchess, especially since she's been here so long, she finds her forever home as well, especially the other cats as well, too. Especially with the sale going on,
yes,
too. That's a perfect timing. And yeah, so thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, guys.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Bill C-21 has been revoked, meaning gun restrictions will stay the same. The bill would have added certain rifles and shotguns to the restricted category.
So what they ended up doing is making it a criminal offense to have these if this passed. So they tried to pull it in the back door the same way they did with the handguns, and now the opposition started to fight it. And now the PCs, the Quebecois, NDP, they started fighting this, saying that the Liberal government went too far, and now they're after legal abiding citizen.
The bill was taken back for further study and decisions with provincial and Indigenous leaders.
In our legal system and in Canada, there is no depiction on what an illegal assault weapon is. So to take our lever action or our semi-automatic shotguns and turn them into illegal was very, very wrong.
Many firearm owners are glad about the revoked bill, as the tools they use aren't going to be restricted to them. One of the biggest agricultural trade shows and conference in the Midwest is taking place in Lloydminster. Jace Mackey has a preview.
Grant Comrie is a committee member for this year's 2023 Agrivisions taking place at the Lloyd X on February 8th and 9th. Grant, thanks for taking some time to talk with us today. First of all, just take us through what's taking place at Agrivisions this year.
You betcha. So this is the 2023 Agrivisions. It is a speakers conference with a trade show component on it. So we've got a wide range of speakers across from grain marketing to livestock, from local to, kind of Western Canadian based. We have a trade show component that's supported by a lot of different vendors, from machinery vendors to our crop and finance people, grain marketing, showcasing lots of technology, and lots of companies, local and national, on it as well too. So,
are there any exciting speakers that are going to be at this year's event?
So yeah, we've got probably over nine or 10 speakers at the event, ranging from our side of the livestock side to grain marketing, economics, mental health, finance, soil nutrition, and also, of course, our keynote is Quick Dick McDick, which is just an absolute excellent advocate for agriculture in Western Canada, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and that for us. He's very well spoken and has a great sense of humor. So, and he's going to be our keynote speaker at our banquet for us on Wednesday night.
Now, there's a lot planned for this event over both of the days. If there's people that are interested in taking part, are tickets still available?
Oh, absolutely. So You can register online with Lloydminster Exhibition through their website. We also have conference packages available through there too. You can sign up online or even just come right down to the event and register at the door, and absolutely be excited to have as many attendees as possible from any portion of the agriculture society for sure.
Now, this event grows every single year. Obviously, there were some tough times a couple years ago, but can you just talk about the importance of having a big event like this here in the Midwest and how important it is for the agriculture sector here?
Yeah, it's super for us because in between farm tech and crop progress, I mean, we're kind of in between the two major centers of Edmonton and Saskatoon. So we're it gives us a lot of drawing of the local area in that. We also have like an extremely diverse agriculture area in this particular zone here, where we've got a lot of mixed farms and a lot of just grain farms. So it's why we kind of tailor this conference to be supporting both sides of that, of the livestock operations and the grain operations. So we try to grow it every year. Of course, with COVID, we've had some setbacks and had to very much rush a program together last year. Lloyd X did an amazing job in supporting this event, and it's always a thrill to help out with it for sure. So this year we were able to have a little bit more time preparing, and I think there's an excellent speaker lineup, something for everybody looking at anything from the finance side to strategic planning, succession planning, those kind of things, to equipment, technology solutions, financing, insurance. There's speakers covering all the topics for that.
Yeah, it definitely seems like there's something for everyone taking place at AgriVision this year. Well, Grant, thanks for taking some time to talk with me about this, and I wish you guys the best of luck over the next couple of days.
Thank you so much.
Lakeland College is hosting a series of events for Black History Month, including a keynote address made by Dr. Andy Knight. Staff and students, as well as members in the community, came to the Lloydminster campus earlier today. The address was made over lunch with Dr. Andy Knight, who is an international relations professor at the University of Alberta. The main focus, as he wanted to address, was any Black history that wasn't taught through high schools, primary schools, or even universities.
So I spent some time talking about the Black Slave Code, the Black Slave Society, which originated in a small, tiny island called Barbados, where I happen to have been born in Barbados. So I was able to talk a little bit about that and how that sort of affected the legacy of slavery, even up to today. So the things that you see, like George Floyd moment, I call it, Tyre Nichols, who just got killed by some policemen, even although they were Black policemen, but it shows you the extent to which that punishment part of the Black Slave Code has actually migrated even to the 21st century.
This is the first year Lakeland College has held events through February in recognition of Black History Month. Organizers have been thrilled to finally celebrate the month through bigger events on the Lloydminster campus. The response and support from people from wanting to learn about Black History Month has been strong.
Many Black people, students, community members come together. It's just an awesome one, and it's a shame that we only have one particular month. The hope is that every day will be Black History Month. Every day will be Indigenous Awareness Month, and so on and so forth. Because like the good doctor said, you got to not just accept it, but really embrace it.
Dr. Andy Knight hopes his address sends a strong message and strengthens the community together.
And I think diversity is important. There's unity in diversity is even better. So we accept the differences, but we also decide that we'll embrace the differences, not just tolerate the differences, but embrace the differences. And we can make Canada a much better place to be.
The Lakeland men's volleyball team had a good January, winning 3 of their 4 games. Our Thomas Wildman has more from this past weekend's matches.
The Rustlers are battling for standings points as they are trying to secure a home play-in game to get into the playoffs. The Rustlers first took on the Concordia Thunder at home. The first set was a close 25-21 win for the Rustlers. They then used that momentum to then win the next 2 sets in convincing fashion to complete the sweep. Head coach Taylor Dyer was impressed with the team in the home win.
I think our strength certainly is our depth. Again, we had kind of a different lineup tonight. We tried something different tonight just to see, and again, it just shows that we can kind of put any guys in and we're able to get the job done. So for me, that's one of our biggest strengths. And then just our ball control and our first contact, just making sure that we're not making very many mistakes. Thought we did a very good job with that. Our hitting efficiency is super high. So yeah, it was a really good team win. Everyone was great. So as far as moving forward into playoffs, we just got to keep doing more of that and just continue to get a little bit more sharp.
The Rustlers then played the Thunder on the road and were able to capture a 3-1 set victory. Both games saw some playing time for Gustavo Lobato, who comes from Aracaju, Brazil, and had 6 kills and 4 service aces in the 2 games. Lobato is in his final year of collegiate sports and has really enjoyed playing in Canada.
It's pretty cold. The coach is totally different, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it so far. Of course, the coach is always helping me, just trying to make comfortable to be in the court with the guys. As I told you, it's everything different here, but I'm enjoying it. I'm feeling comfortable to play with these guys. I have friends in this team. We have like a family. Yeah, and then playoffs are coming, good expectations, and then finish my varsity level well.
A good win for the guys to help them gain some standing points and be able to guarantee that they get that home game for the play-in game. Their next game will be against Medicine Hat College this Friday, February 10th. For Primetime Local News, I'm Thomas Wildman.
Now, taking a look at this week's forecast, it looks like it's going to be quite warm this week, with Saturday and Sunday even sitting at about +1 and -1. It looks like you probably won't need to plug your cars in much this week except for nighttime around next week Monday and possibly tomorrow night as well.